Okay, yeah. Pharmacy, Doom, Ball Monkey. Okay, cool. Uh, ooh. So even before seeing this enemy team, but especially after seeing this, you're gonna live and die by your sleep dart in this game. Mercy's probably gonna be mostly with the Pharah. She might be able to peel for you, but like they're off doing their thing, he's doing his thing. If you hit the sleep, you'll do fine, and if you don't,
Four,
this might be a
three,
challenge.
2, 1.
But I'm just gonna watch the first little bit, and then I'll start talking. I just want to see where you're at.
The payload is secure. Move it up.
Eat a little more taffy. I'm lucky.
Securing the payload. Watching your back.
Okay. This was actually all pretty good, but here's how we make it better. You're using the cart for cover, which I like, but you stay on it too long. You don't need to use it for cover as it's slowly moving up this entire way. So let's just watch your position here. You were on that corner, which was good. You start using the cart so you can peek a little bit more. It's fine. You're very safe here. And then here, you get the fuck off. Like, you didn't even need to necessarily follow it around this corner. Like, you can use it to peek a little bit as it's coming around the corner, but this is where you want to be right now, unless you're using the cart to cross over to this corner underneath this doorway. Which is also a valid option. It gives you these angles, or you can have these angles. Whatever you want more in the moment. If you're over here, there's a chance somebody can shoot you, but you're on a corner. And if you're here, like, anyone over here can't do anything to you, and you just got to worry about these guys. Pros and cons, yeah? Choose your own adventure, but don't just stick to the cart the whole way, because you have nowhere to go from the cart. If something happens on the cart, you're stuck there. Hey, Tramer. Hey, Cloudy. So here. And see how much open space you're in? Like, yeah, you're fine there, but this is the sort of thing that makes it really hard to climb out of Diamond. And sometimes even to get into Diamond. Because sometimes that's how you get caught by surprise. That's how somebody gets around you to some angle you weren't expecting, and then you don't have time to get to cover. An ult goes off, and you don't have time to break LOS. Like, it's not about never getting shot, it's about never getting shot twice. So if you are positioned hugging a corner, and I mean, like, we ain't fucking about here, like, you are physically touching this corner, and just jiggle peeking the tiniest bit, whoever you need to see. There's an Ana, we're gonna shoot that Ana. Like, boom, boom, boom. Physically touching this thing, so you're safe as hell, yeah? Think about moving from corner to corner to corner, rather than pathing through main. Also think about rotating to a high ground as soon as you possibly can. Not saying you really had time for a lot of this, but especially since these guys are over here, I would be looking to path through and up here with them, so I could take this or the corner over there. And then have nice high ground sightlines that give you like just way more options, you're way safer. Their dive has to spend cooldowns to come get to you, or else they take forever running all the way around. And then if they take their cooldowns to get to you, you can just drop, and they wasted their cooldowns for nothing. So I would be looking to make that rotation as soon as possible, too. Whoop. Ah. Quick scoping, I like it. Yep. You really want to anti-nade as much as possible, but Ball needed to get back into the fight, and you needed to burst him up. So that was the right call there. Missed the shot on your monkey, unlucky. Good job. Your Mercy, I think, needs help. Nope, she seems to be fine. So one thing else I'm noticing is you don't look around much. That was the first time I saw you look around. You heard the Kree, which is good. I'm glad that you, like, have that level of awareness. But, like, you're only really looking forward. You are unaware of teammates that may be in trouble behind you. Mercy took damage there. I don't know how much, but she went into the bridge above you. You didn't even look at her. You have no idea if she needed a shot or not, like if she could have died there or not. Hell, let's find out.
Helden sterben nicht. Helden sterben nicht.
Did I not go back far enough? Oh, I didn't go back far enough. You guys are pushing up. Oh well. It's not worth it. You get the point. I think it was a little bit different. Okay. Here we go. So don't yeet both your abilities like that. Yeah, like you're backing out, you guys are like regrouping, it's a little bit early, whatever. But you still want to save at least one. If you're gonna yeet one on a low success rate play, like in a low success rate attempt to make a play, then just yeet the one and save the other for a sure thing, or until like you start getting your cooldowns back. Because right now, like each of those cooldowns is a potential carry play. Each one can win a fight by itself, and you don't have either.
Get back in the fight. What's a kill?
Yep. Get out. See, like, that nade is really hard to hit, but you kept the sleep. Good job. So if you had saved your nade, then you can nade that monkey as he jumps in, so he can't get healed as your team closes the gap.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Cool. Good nano. Just your pathing up here is a lot of open space. You really want to be careful about that. Good anti. Cool. And then this is fine. Cool.
Escorting the
I
payload.
remember seeing a video a while back. It said most of the time when you die, you're either unaware, in open space, or jumping. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Go. I'll keep you healed.
Helden sterben nicht. The battle continues. Heroes never die.
So this is the same thing. Like, I mean, I guess this is fine. You're pushing the card up. Card's still moving. Yeah. Okay. You start backing out, but you back out through open space rather than trying to back out to a corner. Boom. And then that can get you to this corner, and like, it's just so hard for them to chase you around all these corners. I mean, a little bit less hard for Monkey, and I get that he's booping you around. But this does make it harder for him, makes it easier for you to like get back towards your team and maybe get help. Passing through this way exposes you to the entire enemy team and breaks LOS of your team that might potentially be able to help you. Just want to be a little bit more careful about that.
Tactical visor activated.
So yeah, like, it's reasonable for you to have cart duty. Totally is. And like, if you're pushing the cart and you're using it for cover, I love that. That's fine. But as soon as the fight starts moving towards the cart, you need to start getting off of it. You don't want to be trying to leave the cart in the middle of a fight that is ongoing. You need to already be gone. Good name. Or good attempt anyway. But then you eat your sleep. Ask yourself, what happens if you sleep that soldier? Like, if that sleep connects, what does it get you? You can already break LOS behind the cart. You're not really in danger from him. No one can follow up on it. So he just wakes up in a few seconds and goes right back to doing what he did. Now, if he visors... Wait. He doesn't even have it. But, my point being, like, if he visors or something and then you hit the sleep, that's huge. You just canceled an ultimate. Or at least a good chunk of it. Save your sleep for when you know it will land, when you need it to land or you will die, or to cancel something important, like an ultimate or a key cooldown, or like a diver trying to escape. Monkey jumps in. If you... This is a little bit hard to do, but if you can sleep his leap out, then when you wake him, he can't leap out. He carries momentum, so like it's a little bit hard to do, but he loses control over the jump when he does that. I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Just like, that was a good sleep. Saved a teammate.
My ultimate is fully charged.
This is all great.
Get in there. I'm with you. Name.
Okay, when you guys come out, good. Oh, get your Zarya out. No! So, let's see how much charge Zarya had before she died here. Not a lot of energy here. Okay. It's still a stagger, which is sad, but like, especially when your Zarya has high energy, you really want to get her out. But like, you guys are resetting, right? So this anti-nade doesn't really mean anything. And instead, you should have naded your Zarya so you get the bonus healing on her and pocketed her out so she could get behind Rhine and shielded, and then you guys are safe. And then you guys can push right back in with your team, and you'll have your nade back pretty quick. That was the wrong time to anti-nade. That was, you needed to get your Zarya out alive, because now this push is already done. Most likely. Yeah.
Our duty is to move the payload. Get to it.
Good sleep, but like, again, now you don't have your cooldowns, and what did you get?
You're covered.
Ana... The thing about Ana is, like, it's something of a skill shot with all of your abilities. Nade a little less so, but, like, you still have to put a lot of thought into your nade. But for all that they're skill shots, you have, like, a billion carry plays. And you're throwing them away. Imagine if you had your sleep for this monkey now. Especially when he... Right here. But you yeeted it out and then he went. The nade was fine. It antied him and it healed you up. Good shot, but like, again, too far for the sleep. She would just move.
Keep out of my way. My ultimate is charging.
Your support has arrived.
Nice.
I see. You're going to live.
Cool. You can get your soldier out.
The payload.
Too early.
I will keep you healed.
Well, I guess there's a Hanzo right there right now. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, I would try to push around to this side, but like, you don't want to be here anymore. This is now too late. The fight is here on the cart. You got teammates and enemies here. If your team is here, you no longer need to be pushing it. Let me sum it up as, you only push the cart if there is literally no human on the cart. It is your job to push the cart for the most part in this team comp, but only while nobody else is here. If your team is on this cart, or if the enemy team is coming to this cart, you're gone. Like, you could be playing this corner right now, which would be really nice. Lets you peek whoever you want. Or this corner, a little less good. but back up into this room, you get the idea. I really like this corner for right now. You can just like, boom. F9, boom. You're lucky D.Va didn't eat that. If you're going to throw abilities at D.Va, you need to see DM first. That sleep was fine. The nade missed, but it hit somebody else.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Soldier was the wrong target there. I mean, maybe not. I guess if the idea was to get him his tack visor. But I would have rather you nanoed the Rhine and got Rhine his shatter. Because he was in there to swing. That said, like, it works. So, like, that Hanzo is behind you. Didn't he just get res behind you? Did I miss something? Did I just misprocess that? What the hell? I swear I just saw a res right behind you. Oh, it was yours. The colors are all messed up. Oh. See, that was a good attempt at the sleep. You tried to predict it, like, that was great. That was not a wasted sleep, it just missed. Unlucky.
My team still needs me. Hello there.
The payload has come to a halt. Get it moving. Group up with me. Group up. Group up here.
You could heal. Sorry, up a bit.
I will keep you 30 seconds. You're covered.
This is not the end.
Yep. So, look how difficult this is for you right now. You're like stuck between a rock and a hard place. You got teammates you got to keep up over here, and enemies were coming from that way. Teammates you got to keep up over here, and enemies coming from this way. And you're like, It's hard as shit to do that. Oh, I need to make this noise stop 1 second. There we go. I wish I just paused all noises when you paused the game. Anyway. So the way you handle this is by backing up. Or rotating to somewhere where you can see everything that's going on. So if your team is rotating up here and you got this off angle here, I would probably go with them because these guys are fine. But earlier when like you guys were getting pinched, if they had pushed on that pinch is really what I want to get at. I would have backed up to here so you can like heal people there, or I would have tried to back up to here and break LOS here, sort of thing. It kind of depends on how they push. Aw, thanks so much for the prime sub, Eatopotamus. Yay! Okay. Now, it's fine, though, because, like, they back off, so yeah, you should go with your team, and then you'll be able to heal your DPS from the high ground.
Heroes never die.
Okay, Ryan gets a little bit ahead of you. Yeah, that sleep lands, but, like, I don't even know if you knew who you were hitting it at. Good. Stay up here. Don't drop. Yep.
The pain. I will keep you here.
This is good. That was all good. Yeah,
Attack it.
so there's an ebb and flow to this game. You go in, you get out, you go in, you get out. And you have good defensive positioning, but you don't really have that ebb and flow yet. So you just sort of keep pushing in and keep pushing in, and then everything kind of goes wrong from there. You either don't back out or you kind of back out badly. You don't really seem to have a plan to press S, like how you're going to get out, how you're going to back up as your team gets pushed. So, like, you did a great job dodging that dragon at the end there, but having those skills is great, but having a plan is better. Because if you have a plan, you still get to use those skills when things go wrong, yeah? Think a little bit more proactively about your rotations, and remember to back up, especially with Ana. You're a sniper. You don't want to be in the fight. You want to be sniping somewhere safe. You just don't want to get cut off or dove, so like you walk in with your team, and then when everyone is engaged and busy with your team, you're backing up. Okay. Or looking for a flank nade, or, you know, whatever the play is. The point is you're not just sitting low ground main on the cart still as the fight is starting to break out on the cart. Good job weaving. Good job. Okay. Yo. Okay. Decent lamp. You had to react and save your Rhine. It's marginally better if you drop it. Come back. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I'm Pega right now. Okay. If you like drop it here so like the cart's kind of blocking it a little bit, or even better, throw it right there so your Rhine can back up through it and it's safe around this corner. That would be the best lamp right here. Though pro tip, throwing the lamp on cart is really good against Sig lift. Oh, you guys are the ones with the Sig, not them. But anyway, Sig lift will lift you up out of lamp LOS, but the cart will lift the lamp up high enough that it will keep you in LOS even as you're lifted up, so they can't just kill you in the air. Because that's the strat. You lift the BAP up, and then you kill him in the air, so it doesn't even matter if you threw lamp or not. And then you've killed the BAP, regardless of if lamp like saved anyone else. Who cares? So this could save you. Boop, boop, boop. F9. But yeah, so far, really good job weaving, healing, and damage. Yo. Okay. But that was a bit of a mistake. So, you tunneled on damage when you had a low tank, which isn't entirely wrong by itself, except you tunneled on damage on things you couldn't kill. So that damage was meaningless. If you were picking off all the squishies while your Rhine died, that's probably worth. I mean, they got respawn advantage, so, you know, you gotta weigh that, but still, that probably wins this fight at least. But you're not gonna drop those tanks. Oh, you need to keep your Rhine alive as he backs out, if you can. Or, you know, kill a squishy. So, like, happens. Oh, right. The lamp. Whatever, it's fine. You're doing damage on some squishies, it's great. Good job, that's all excellent. And then here, what are you going to do to these guys? How many shots under your Rhine was that? Probably like 3. That gets them out. If they're direct, that's 210 heals. Oh, hey, node fix. So yeah, the other thing is, you were up here probably too long. Once your team dropped, so, off-angle pressure with BAP is good, but you don't want to have to rotate super far to go from healing to damage to healing to damage. It makes it really hard to do. So if you wanted to keep this angle, you could tuck into this corner, so you could, you know, be relatively safe, shoot, heal, shoot, heal, shoot, heal, shoot, heal, like that. But probably the better play at this point was to back out with your team, and then they're all nice and lined up for you. You're kind of a spam hero, and you do a reasonable amount of shield break too. So like, you heal your Rhine out, shoot heal, shoot heal, shoot heal. You break that shield. Oh wait, that's your sig shield, but the bubble isn't. So you'd break the bubble. The colors, man, they're swapped. But yeah, you get the idea. You're back to a safe corner. You can jump up over this thing, or you can. I like playing here, or like up on top of this is really nice. You got nice cover. You can like block one choke at a time from your LOS, so your only risk is where you're already looking. You don't have to worry about somebody shooting you from the side that you didn't see. Yeah. I would have made this rotation earlier and just been with your team. And then you can stuff this choke with spam, and it's just really hard for the cart, for them to push the cart through this choke with a bunch of spam damage coming through it. So yeah, you make the rotation, but too late, crossing through a whole bunch of enemy fire, and you die. Yeah. Your positioning starts out pretty good, but you just hold it way too long. And your positioning changes reactively rather than proactively. You're not thinking about what the enemy team is doing or what your team is doing, and thus where you need to be next and how you're going to get there. Pathing is as important as your pathing is almost as important as your positioning, like how you get from position to position.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Yep, let's just get out. I would take high ground. Cool. Good job. Do some damage. Yep. Oh, dang.
That could have gone better. Hey, you're fully healed.
Yeah, don't tunnel on the ball. Okay, now you can heal the ball. Although, ball should be getting a health pack if he can. Unlucky. If you're going to be holding the position, charge your jump back, or your boots, so you can jump. Anytime you're not trying to run somewhere, you want to just be charging your boots. Just so you can, like, jump away from something if you need to.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
One thing I like so far is I haven't seen you waste your shift once. So I'm gonna like say this out loud just in case it's a coincidence, but I think you know this. It only does 75 over 5 seconds for your team. It does 150 for you. 15 heals a second for your team is shit. And like, your right click if you hit it direct is 70 in a burst versus 75 over 5 seconds. Your shift is basically for you. If it helps out some of your team, great, and there's like some edge cases where like, you know, maybe you have a DPS about to go in deep with ult and you want to give them, you know, at least a little bit of sustain, but it's your only self-heal and it's just too good for you. Good. Good, good, good. Though, like, good kill, but look where you were positioned. You had nowhere to go, really. Like, you just did not have time to get out to cover from this far forward. I probably would have looked to window back here. Or maybe jump over and window behind them if you trust your aim, or jump up to a high ground if you think you have time to make this rotation. Like, if you could get here and window, that would be huge. Then you have a corner, you could put lamp around this corner, and then you just get 5 seconds for free. This rotation would be a little bit harder, but it's also so much better.
Its destination.
That could have gone better.
Okay.
Reveal the truth. This will be
Oop. Unlucky. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ball with the stall and Reaper with the big ult. Holy crap.
get into position.
You guys should have lost that by far.
Restore me.
Are you swapping? Yep, okay. So that fight up in the corner, yep. I was gonna say I would throw a nade up there.
For a minute.
Yeah. This rotation should have happened sooner. Think about where your team is going. Are they going to be pushing in or are they going to be backing up? And so that way you can try to rotate to safe positions in advance where you can keep doing your job. Like this was good. Probably would have saved the sleep, especially since they got a whole bunch of ults. Yeah, they're all about to hit Q. And that got forced out, and then you just use sleep. The Genji's gonna blade right after Trank ends. That's why the monkey dove him, to get Trank out. So if you were ready somewhere with sleep, maybe you could have gone for that. I know it's a hard sleep, but like, okay, and then you just sort of panic it out. Unlucky. Okay. So yeah, your team is spread out and split up, but like, they kind of gotta be.
Initiate.
That's part of why Ana is good, because like, you're a sniper, you can heal people at range. You just need to find angles that they're going to be backing up into or pushing up through, so you can get them.
I will keep you here.
Eat the one. They're holding the other though. Nice kill. That nade was pretty good. You saw the Kree in the window there. And you got your sleep back. Although you hit it too early. 15 HP. Thank you, your team. Yeah, so one of the things about Diamond is you are going to live and die by your sleep dart as Ana. The fact that they've dove you so little despite being a dive team is kind of a testament to how good the dive on your side has been. Like, they haven't had the space to really try to hard target you. They've been busy trying to deal with your team and counter dive for the most part. And then, like, you back out like that. It's good. Oh. Yeah. You're positioning really far back, which is good. But you really want to work on your sleep darts. You're hard scoping in open space.
This will help.
Oh, you really wanted that to be an anti. It's like the only way D.Va's gonna kill anything is if it can't get healed. Okay. You didn't get stuck in the choke, which is nice, but... Paul's still alive? Okay, there he goes. Yeah. Too much time in open space, too much eating of your abilities is really the biggest thing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And like, be proactive with your rotations. and just smarter about your rotations. Don't rotate through open space so much unless you're just very certain that you're fine. And then you do it as quickly as you can, and you get the hell out so you don't get surprised by something. So, like... Okay, you're pushing the angle. Fine. You didn't need that. You should use your shift, though. Yeah, you kind of wasted lamp there, but it might be fine. Nice. So, one thing about weaving damage and healing, which you do really well, you can do... Oh, hey, Ty. How's it going? You can do a single left click for every right click without slowing down your healing at all. It's just a free left click. And you can do 2 left clicks per right click and only slow down your healing a little bit. So the patterns you want to get into muscle memory are nade, shoot, or shoot, shoot, nade, shoot, shoot, nade. And the idea with doing them in that order is your nades do 70 direct but 50 splash. So if you care about the healing more, if you're prioritizing healing, you aim the nade and hit it direct, and then you just flick out the free damage into a tank or a shield or like something you know you can hit. Boom. If you're prioritizing damage, but you know you got a little bit of like nobody's in danger, but you know they got some damage, you can like soak up, or like heal up some chip damage. Shoot, shoot, flick the nade. Shoot, shoot, flick the nade. Shoot, shoot, flick the nade. Get them with some splash. Help keep them up. Why not hold both buttons at the same time? So it used to be you could do that and it would alternate perfectly. They've changed the timing around. I don't know how that works, but the real reason is because you should be aiming and clicking your shots every time. You don't want to hold down the button. You want to click, each shot, aim, click, aim, click, aim, click. Holding it down and trying to aim with the right, like with the timing as you're like just, it's really hard. It's really hard to do that. You will hit way more shots if you click them. Good job pressuring the Pharah.
Sterben nicht.
Good lamp. That was a very good lamp. The window less so. I want you to think of your window in 2 ways. It is either to zone people back, kind of like how you might use a Creole. You know, you're not trying to kill anything with it, you're just pushing them back to make a little bit of space for your team. Sometimes that's fine. Or you want to use it later in the fight to cinch a messy fight. Something that could go either way and you're not sure, you window and it goes your way instead. If you use it that early, they just back up. So, like, you didn't really get a lot for your window, even though, like, your whole hogged right through it, and you had, like, all kinds of people shooting through it. I don't think it got a single kill. So it's just a little bit too early. If you backed up further and did it after they had committed a little bit more into this fight, then it could have been huge. And if you do it later in the fight, they just have fewer resources to deal with it. People end up in weird places. They lose awareness of things that are going on. So, like, you just have a better chance of getting success with it a little bit later. Yep, this is fine. Here's somebody above you. Oh, I think it's your Junkrat. No, he's below you.
Got you good at
30 seconds.
So here, like, again, this is open space. You can absolutely... Oh, there was somebody above you. Good ears, you hear them. I was going to say, you can absolutely be flanked from here without anyone... I mean, thank you, Reaper, for holding here. So, usually you want, like, an off-tank holding here or something, but, like, they can come from below and up here, boom, boom. And if you're standing here, you don't have time to get to any kind of cover before you're dead. In Diamond, people don't miss. And the higher you climb, they don't miss even more. Like, you cannot be 2 shots away from cover. You can only be 1 shot away from cover. Cool. And you're getting really close again. There we go. This is a little bit better. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh?
Its destination.
And then Ball again with the epic stall.
Honestly, it sounds cool.
Yeah. You dying there was a risk. Well, more than a risk, it was bad. Here, as you're coming up. If you're going to rotate out this way, I would look to jump up into this window. But also, I would have just been dancing around this pillar for half of forever already anyway. Yeah, I know the Rhine was 1, but you kind of tunneled on him when you can kill a squishy. You keep tunnel... You're only shooting this Reinhardt instead of, like, the squishies that could kill your team, or the supports that are keeping him alive. Like, target things that you can kill.
Victory.
You only want to be, like, shooting tanks and shields if they're the only thing there. Like, the only target available to you, which is going to be, like, really early on, or late during cleanup. Otherwise, you want to be shooting squishies. Yeah? Cool. Yeah. Hope that's helpful, and feel free to submit another VOD sometime.